Hi Pisces, welcome to your February 2022 general tarot reading. It's Rena here. You know, it's funny, I said 222 and then I was thinking that 2222222 or whatever it is, that's happening during the sun being in Pisces, so that's pretty cool. That's your card. In case you didn't know, that's associated with you. Okay, good. Okay. So the heart of the matter is a 10 of Swords. I was laughing because I was thinking, oh, poor Pisces, you know, always the victim, right? But actually, this card is, you know, this is a card of betrayal, but it's also a card of the end of a negative cycle in your life. So if you have felt like things have just been not aligned and you have had encounters with people that have been quite, I would say, first and foremost, disillusioning or disappointing, it's kind of like hitting bottom with that. If you're willing to let it go and not let it define you. In the past position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Sometimes this can be like a mother or mother-in-law. This may be somebody who has money. Maybe, you know, I have it here in the upright position, so it's not to make this person a villain. But, you know, when it's connected to that 10 of Pentacles, if it's connected to that 10 of Pentacles, it can be, I think, something along those lines. And I always think of the kings and queens as the narcissists of the tarot, you know. I'm not, that's just me personally that thinks that. Some other people may argue about that. But also, if you have become empowered financially in some way, Pisces, this can be something that has helped you to get over a past betrayal or whatever that 10 of Swords means to you. Yeah, it's something along the lines of betrayal, but someone may have really stuck it to you, so to speak. And, you know, the way that and by the way, when I said always the victim, what I meant is that Pisces a lot of times trusts the wrong people. So I didn't mean it in some kind of like an insulting way, because trusting people is a beautiful thing. It's just that it can lead to things like the 10 of Swords. So I think it's like, even like a negative, like let's say some of you got fired and you feel like you were sabotaged by someone or some people at work, and they just had it in for you. And that allowed you to stay home with your children. That gave you that excuse or that out. Things like that. Or even like if you were at home, because the Queen of Pentacles can have that home vibe, but if you were working from home and you were somehow like maneuvered out of your job because you weren't with everybody else, and so you kind of were in you were out of the loop, so to speak, then it might be something like that. But I'm even thinking of, you know, that whatever that betrayal was allowed you to start your own business, home business or something. The higher message is the World card, which can be a card of irrevocable endings, the end of an era. So when I got the 10 of Swords and the World card, I was like, whoa. And this is supposed to be the higher message, like the bigger picture. So because it is really echoing that center card, it makes me think that it's saying, yes, it is over. And so if for instance it's a marriage or the equivalent type of partnership, and you have been kind of holding out hope, then this may be your confirmation that it's over. Now, obviously, this is a YouTube tarot reading and certainly isn't something to make important decisions by, but you know what I mean. When you've already been carefully assessing the situation on your end, this can just be a sign. And the reason that's important is so that you don't have that hidden kind of like hope that may be very, very, like a long shot type of thing. And it's keeping you stuck in place. As a matter of fact, that's this card. The Hangman is connected to Neptune, by the way, so that's your ruler. And I think one of the reasons it's connected to Neptune is because there can be not necessarily confusion, but some things that you don't know. Like you have to, like a holding period. Oh, I never know what they call a waiting period, but it can be a holding pattern in the challenge position where you refuse to move on, you refuse to take action. And one of the reasons that this happens sometimes is that the person is creating this false narrative that there is another option when there really isn't, when they're really in a dead-end situation. So it could be like deluded thinking in a sense. Now, one of the things too that came to my mind whenever I get the Hangman card is with that top row, if you were waiting for someone to leave their spouse, they promised you they would leave and they never did, that can feel very much like betrayal, especially if you were also involved with somebody and you left your relationship. Then that can feel like you got really screwed. So if you've been like kind of waiting for someone to like do something on their end and they seem to be jerking you around, being able to really see that it's over with and that you need to move on can be highly helpful in your life to kind of make things kind of move again. Maybe there's an inertia that has taken place. What's coming in is the King of Wands, and this is a card of self-empowerment at the highest level. It's kind of stepping into your own power. And this is really a counter to this card, because when somebody is waiting, it's just like, I don't drive. I don't have a driver's license. I've never driven a car except in driver's ed when I drove into to garbage cans. But no, I was able to drive it on another occasion, but I just never have wanted to drive. And so I ride a bike, and I ride a bike or I walk. And like sometimes when I'm riding a bike, and if it's, sometimes I have my trailer and I carry groceries or I carry the laundry and things like that. And I see somebody waiting at the bus stop and I think, oh God, do I hate waiting at bus stops? Do I hate, even though I do sometimes because I take public transportation, but I like to walk or I like to ride my bike because I like to have that sense of agency, or that sense of I have that sense of freedom where I can do it on my terms. I don't have to wait for somebody else. And I think of that card as like you're waiting for somebody else to do something. It just feels so disempowering sometimes. And so the King of Wands is like, you're the captain of your own ship. The outcome is the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of financial security and money management. I was even thinking, and I don't know if this is true for anyone, if you have struggled in a family, about like an inheritance issue. That was something that I was thinking about that may have felt very disappointing in how other people acted in that situation. And you've been waiting for, other people to do whatever. This is about doing your part. And I feel like when I say doing your part, I don't necessarily mean anything connected to that particular situation, but you're not just like sitting there waiting for something to happen. You're just living your life. And I feel like if you are wondering if you're going to get money, the Four of Pentacles is a good money card. So it could be speaking about that being in your future, that you will have that come to you. And the World card is, sometimes you have to let go of disappointment too. It's not just about letting go of relationships that have fizzled out, is that you also have to let go of the disappointment of the relationship fizzling out. And if you can't, then you might be still hung up on that person. Yeah, hung up on that person. Hoping that they'll come back and all of those things. And it keeps you from being self-empowered. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.